Hello everyone. Growing up in my family gives you a certain sense of history. I'm simply the latest in a line that can be traced back generations.
It's not true really, but it's quite fun watching people's reactions.
When we think of the royal family, we typically think of those we see the most on TV. But what about the others?
What if the next big changes in the royal family were quietly happening right now, far from the public eye? Imagine titles being approved, roles being reshaped, and young royals stepping into the spotlight without most people even noticing. That's exactly what's happening with Prince William's surprising decision about his cousins, Lady Louise and James. Why did William decide to approve new titles for them now? How will this affect their future in the monarchy? And could this be a hint at a bigger plan for Buckingham Palace? For years, Louise and James have lived mostly in privacy, enjoying childhoods away from cameras and constant scrutiny. But with this change, everything is shifting: their lives, their roles, and possibly the future of the royal family itself. In this story, we'll dive into how William, Sophie, Edward, and even the late Prince Philip have influenced these decisions. What does it mean for the younger generation of royals?
Just received a statement from Buckingham Palace confirming that the Duke of Edinburgh has died.
And how will it shape the monarchy for years to come? The answers may surprise you, and they're just the beginning of a story that's still unfolding. A sudden shift. The royal family is known for traditions that rarely change, rules that have lasted for generations. But recently, something unusual happened. A quiet but important decision caught attention not just inside the palace but around the world. Surprisingly, it wasn't about King Charles or Queen Camilla. The focus was on Prince William, and a choice he made regarding his younger cousins, the children of Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh.
In 2023, Edward and Sophie were given new prestigious titles, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh.
Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, have lived most of their lives quietly, away from headlines and public duties. Their parents, Prince Edward and Sophie, wanted it this way. They felt that keeping their children away from the pressures of royal titles would give them freedom, something William and Harry didn't really have as kids. Now, that long period of quiet is coming to an end. With William's approval, their titles are changing, and so are their futures. This is not just about names, it's a sign of how William is planning the monarchy's future, balancing old traditions with modern needs. This decision has sparked questions. What does it mean for the royal family's future? And why was William the one to step in? In the royal world, a title is more than a name. It carries history, responsibility, and power. Titles show a person's place in the royal line and the role they are expected to play. When Lady Louise was born in 2003 and James in 2007,
Prince Edward and his wife Sophie are celebrating the birth of their first daughter.
Queen Elizabeth II confirmed that both children could have been called Prince and Princess under a 1917 rule that would have made them Princess Louise of Wessex and Prince James of Wessex. But Sophie and Edward chose differently. They believed giving their children royal titles could bring pressure and public attention they didn't need. So,